Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is National Preparedness Month, which means what? That a lot of companies that deal with preparedness are going to have sales. Now, one of my favorite companies that I deal with and have been affiliated with and partnered with for a while now is Oupes. You all know, if you've been following the channel, that I love solar generators. I love to review them and I like to talk about them. And not necessarily Oupes, but I just like solar generators in general. But Oupes, I've found, is a really good company that not only puts out a really good product, in my opinion, but that cares about the community. So before I go ahead and show you all of the Oupes products, the kind of sales that they have going on here for, I think, about the next 10 days or so until the 24th or so of September, I want to go ahead and talk to you about what they've done and what they are continuing to do. Oupes has a program called Oupes Helps. And what they do is they take a certain percentage of all of their sales whenever they do a promotion or a sale or anything like that, and they take that money and they give it back to the community. Now take a look at this right here. Just from this promotion that they've got going on for the month of September, they are donating $20,000 to the Oupes Helps program. And one of the Alaska Prepper community members, right, and his wife actually are beneficiaries of Oupes Helps. They went and they filled out an application here a while back. Oupes read it and they're like, you know what, they deserve one of our Oupes products, and they went ahead and sent them one free of charge. Mr. Doug and Brenda posted that they want to thank Oupes. Why? Because Oupes sent them an Oupes 1800 and a couple of 100-watt solar panels free of charge. So ladies and gentlemen, why am I talking about this? This doesn't have anything to do with a solar generator. It's just the company doing stuff. Why? Because I like to associate myself with companies that not only put out a decent product, but that also take care of the community that takes care of them by keeping them in business. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make this quick so that we can get through it in a hurry, so that you can go and order yours if you haven't yet. And ladies and gentlemen, I always get harassed about this. If you're not in the market for a solar generator and you don't care to know about this type of solar generator brand, get off the video now. Because I always get harassing comments down there like, oh my goodness, you're always trying to sell something. Absolutely. You know why? Because every time that someone gets something that I recommend, like a solar generator, right, or some freeze-dried foods, or if they even go and fill up their pantry with foods that they regularly eat, it makes me feel good because I know that they're getting better prepared. And the better prepared that your neighbor is, the better prepared that you are, because they're not going to come and try to take your preps away when times get bad. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the screen on where you can see what the price is. But whatever price you see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, you can deduct 10% off of that price, because the Alaska Prepper code is good for all of these products that we're going to go over right now. So make sure that if you do purchase an Oupes product, go ahead and use my link, and make sure to use my code for 10% off the price that you see here on the screen. A lot of people on YouTube that go ahead and talk about a product, they usually don't show the price, but I like to show the price. Why? Because that way you can see if you even want to look at it. What if this thing had a price that was twice as much? You'd be like, I'm not even going to bother clicking on the link, because look at that price. But I don't mind showing the price because I think it's an honest and fair price, and you get an additional 10% off. In addition to that, before I start, ladies and gentlemen, Oupes is also offering their solar generators on Amazon, and you can still go on Amazon. I'll leave a link for Amazon as well, so that you can still go on there and use my 10% off code, which on Amazon I believe is Alaska 10, but I will leave all of the links and the codes on a pinned comment in addition to the description of the video. So again, this is what I like to call the Mighty Mouse, which is the Oupes 600. This is not going to power your house, ladies and gentlemen. This is not going to power your big freezer or your big refrigerator, but it can power a lot of things. One of the things that it can power, that I've used it for in the past, is to power one of those coolers that actually have a small compressor on them that only run on 40 watts or so. A box fan is something that I've used the Mighty Mouse to power before amongst my personal devices, like my computer, my tablet, my phone, all of those things. This little device will even power a CPAP machine to get you through the night. So if you're looking for something that's small, that's very portable, that's not heavy, that you can bring with you pretty much anywhere you want. This is a great little machine, and I think that it's at a pretty good price as well. Not only is it a good machine, ladies and gentlemen, but again, I like to deal with companies that have people that care about their community, and Oupes does that through their customer service as well. Now, one step up from the Mighty Mouse is the Oupes 1200. This is a great deal, ladies and gentlemen. $509 for 1200 continuous watts of output. And this 1200, I believe it's 992 watt hours. I had to peek down there. But 992 watt hours for about roughly $459 or so, I think is a great deal. And again, these solar generators have stood the test of time. What can the Oupes 1200 do? Well, it can do everything that the Mighty Mouse could do, but in addition, it can also power your refrigerator. If I remember right, when I reviewed this Oupes 1200, I think it powered my refrigerator for like 16 hours or so. Don't remember exactly how long, but it was at least a full day. And ladies and gentlemen, when you think about it, when you've had a power outage, if you have had power outages where you live, some people are lucky enough that they haven't, believe it or not. But when you have a power outage, does it last 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 days? If that's the case, then I wouldn't recommend the Oupes 1200. I would recommend something that's a little bit bigger and something that would have a solar input that's a lot more than what the 1200 gives. The 1200 is going to have an AC outlet input to recharge of about 180 to 200 watts, which isn't that much. But if you're just going to use it for your garden variety power outages that last 2 or 3 hours and then you have power back, it's perfect for that case and for that scenario. And it also has a solar input of about 250 watts. Now, I'm not going to say this about every one of the Oupes solar generators, ladies and gentlemen, because they all come with a LifePole 4 battery, which I believe is the best battery in the solar industry. Why? Because they're a safe battery, but they have a very long lifespan. All of these batteries are rated to about 3,500 cycles, meaning that you can discharge and charge this machine 3,500 times before it starts to lose charging capacity. Doesn't mean that after 3,500 recharge cycles that you have to throw it in the garbage. No, it just means that the battery will not fully charge to 100% after about 3,500, which equates to almost 10 years of discharging and charging this unit every day, once a day. Now, you're probably going to hear me say this is a great deal every time that I click on the next solar generator that I'm going to talk about. This here is the 1800. It does everything that the other two I talked about does, but a little bit more. The 1800, obviously, by the name, has 1,800 watts of continuous output, which is going to be able to provide you enough energy to actually take this out to the backyard. And wherever you don't want to bring an extension cord from the house, you can bring this and power some power tools, compressor, etc. Your regular outlet in your house, your 15 amp outlet in your house, is 1800 watts. All right, so this is almost like bringing one of your regular outlets outside with you, and you can pretty much power anything that one of your regular outlets inside your house can power. This thing has 1400, let me see if I remember without peeking, all right, 1432 watt hours of storable energy. Let's see. Oh, I missed it, ladies and gentlemen. 1488. I cannot remember all of these numbers, but 1488 is better than 1432. I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, that I do have a favorite Oupes solar generator, and it's not the Mega 5. We're going to save my favorite till the end so I can tell you why it's my favorite. But it's not saying that the Mega 5 is not a monster. Ladies and gentlemen, I challenge you to compare this unit to some of the other brands that have units this size. This Mega 5 is awesome. I'm not sure if you can see it in the background over there, but this thing is awesome, and you can add an additional battery to it, which we will talk about later. And look at this price. I know that to some people they're going to be like, oh goodness, $3,000 is a lot, and it is a lot, but in this case, you get what you pay for. $3,300. Well, go ahead and take 10% off of that price, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first time that I've seen the Mega 5 sell for under $3,000. And what are you getting for this? You're getting 5,040 watt hours of storable energy, which is really, really good. In addition, with the Mega 5, you're getting a continuous output of 4,000 watts. Go find another solar generator that will give you a continuous output of 4,000 watts. That is huge. You can actually power a clothes dryer with this machine. I wouldn't really recommend it. Why? Because I really don't think that that's what solar generators are for. They're for short or even in some cases long-term emergencies, depending on how much sun you have and depending on how many solar panels you have in order to recharge the system. And talking about recharging this system, this thing will go up to 2,000 watts, if not a little more than 2,000 watts off of your AC wall outlet, and it will go up to 2,100 watts of input power off of your solar panels. So this thing is a monster, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much in every way. And one of the other things that I really like about this is the simplicity. It is very simple. Why? Because it has, let me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. One of the features that it has that I really don't care for that much, but it's not hurting anything, is that you can actually charge this Mega 5 from a car charger. So from an EV car charging station, you can actually hook it up to the Mega 5 and charge it. To me, that's not that big of a deal, but it's something else that you can do to it. And one of the things that makes this an awesome machine is that you can actually add an additional battery, so you can go ahead and double the capacity from 5,040 watt hours to 10,080 watt hours. This is the battery, ladies and gentlemen, very plain Jane, but you can see it pretty much looks like the main unit, except that it doesn't have all the buttons and everything, because you don't need all the buttons and everything. But this battery, like I said, it goes and takes 5,040 watt hours of energy, and you can hook it up to the Mega 5 to double the capacity. And again, look at the price and go ahead and divide the number of watt hours by this price. You're getting less than 50 cents per watt hour, which is a great deal, but even more than that, ladies and gentlemen, because you got to take 10% off the price that you see on the screen. So if you combine the Mega 5 with the additional battery, you're going to have a monster of a system. And another good thing is that you don't have to buy them both as a bundle. You can buy them both as a bundle and save even a little bit more money, but you don't have to. You can always buy the Mega 5 first and then save up for the battery and get it later on. However you want to do it, ladies and gentlemen. All I know is that I've tested this machine, I've used it, and it is a great machine. It is literally a monster when it comes to output and also when it comes to input. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, even though this is a legacy machine from Oupes, and they're more than likely going to be replacing it with something that's more innovative, I love the Oupes 2400. Why? Because of everything that it can do for the price. This is an incredible price, and again, take 10% off this price and you just cannot beat what you're getting. The Oupes 2400 comes with 2,232 watt hours. Let me check, make sure I got that right. I got it right, ladies and gentlemen. You see, I told you that it's my favorite Oupes from their lineup. When you divide the sale price by 2,232 watt hours, ladies and gentlemen, that comes to about 45 cents per watt hour. But what do you get for that 45 cents per watt hour? Well, you're getting a machine that can have a continuous output of 2,400 watts. That's like taking a 20 amp outlet from your house and bringing it wherever you need to bring it, in the yard, to do whatever. This thing will do everything that all of the other legacy solar generators from Oupes would do, with the exception of the Mega 5, of course, that they can do, and even more, ladies and gentlemen. This has one of my favorite features that the other ones don't have, is this has a solar input, ladies and gentlemen, of 960 watts, which means that you can fully charge this. If you're getting optimal sunlight, you can fully charge it in less than 3 hours. That is good. And in addition to that, one of the pet peeves that I have with solar generators in general is that a lot of solar generators, you can charge them via your AC port really, really fast, but then you can't charge them as fast with solar panels. Now, why is it that you get a solar generator? For like grid down situations, right? So like if you lose power, you have your solar generator as a backup. Now, when do you want your solar generator to be able to charge at the fastest that it can? In my opinion, it's when the grid is down. So if the grid is down and you're counting on this solar generator to go ahead and power your essentials in your home, you're going to want to be able to take advantage of the sunlight as soon as you can and be able to charge this as fast as possible with the little bit of sunlight that you may be having during that time of the year, especially here in Alaska. So to me, it's more important to have a faster input for charging off of solar panels than it is to have a faster input for charging off of a wall outlet. Now, having said that, the 2400 comes with 2 charging bricks that will allow you to charge this at around 350, 400 watts per hour, which means that it's going to take probably about a good 7 to 8 hours to charge this from 0 to full off the wall. But what I really like is what I just said, that it has a very fast charging speed with solar panels. So because of those few awesome features, ladies and gentlemen, is why this is my favorite solar generator in the Oupes lineup. Now, like I said, Oupes is always innovating, and they're actually coming out and have come out with a new solar generator that I will be reviewing and putting out, I think on the 25th of this month. So having said all that, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and say thank you to Oupes for always providing us with a good product at a very good price, in my opinion. And Oupes, where is my flashlight? Ladies and gentlemen, Oupes is offering a free flashlight that says Oupes on it, which I think is pretty cool, to anyone that purchases one of their solar generators. So Oupes, please send me my free flashlight, okay? I really need it because I don't know what happened to my other flashlights. Just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. If you're in the market for this, go take advantage of this awesome price, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the links are going to be good, or the codes are going to be good through the 24th of this month, and on the 25th I will be reviewing a brand new Oupes product that I am very excited about. Have a great day. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.